Hey guys, so I usually prefer to build all my quads myself, but now I got and I had to have the Ishin Red Devil, so the Ishin Toothpick, which is basically 90% of the Happy Model Sailfly. There have been a lot of reviews out there of this quad, so I'm not doing a detailed review again. I have some other idea, and it was the main motivation for me to buy this because I think that this is a perfect fit for the canopy I designed, and it will resolve the last remaining issues this quad has. Overall, I was quite impressed with this package when I got it. It's not expensive, it's $100. Comes in this nice little box. It comes with a free-ass 300 milliamp hours battery. It's got some extra props. And what kind of impressed me, I got the Free Sky version. It comes with a super neat manual that really goes into detail how to set up your Sunranis, how to set up a few things in Betaflight. That's not so super common that you have a really good manual with the product in this hobby. The quad itself, I mean, as I said, I don't want to do a detailed review because there are so many out there, but it's a really neat package in my opinion. Comes with the Caddx Turbo EOS 2 camera, which worked quite well for me. Some people report that it has jello. I didn't have that problem, to be honest. The VTX is a 200 milliwatt VTX, which is pretty nice for such a small toothpick style quad. It comes with the Crazy Bee board. That too has worked pretty well for me. I have a few others of those, and mine have been reliable. So XT30 connector, that's perfect, even with a little capacitor here, that's super neat, so they obviously put some thought in there. The motors are all Happy Model stuff, I assume. These are 1102, 8700 kV motors, so overall a pretty good package. But there's some little things that I don't like about it, and I think that my Canopy will resolve it. So let's look at this in some more detail. I hope I can get this all on camera because this is super tiny. So three things I don't like. One, how this canopy looks. I think it looks a bit clunky and big if you compare this to my design. I think that's much cleaner. It seems to be solid. That's okay. But the second thing I don't like is how the camera is placed. So this is supposedly an adjustable angle. But if you look closer, you can see that the camera is actually already touching the board, and they put some kind of foam thing here in between so it doesn't damage the board. And there seems to be, I mean, it's not straight, there's a slight angle here in the camera. So that's not very good how the camera is placed here. Another thing, third thing I don't like is how these connectors here are placed. So in principle it's not bad to have them here on the downside of the quad because this is very well accessible. So if you want to switch a VTX, have to switch a motor, it's perfect that these little connectors are accessible, but they are sticking out of the frame. I hope you can see this here, especially this one that connects the VTX is pretty exposed here. If you put the battery in this little strap, I feel that over time you will damage those little wires. As you can see, this is pushing the wires, and these are pretty tiny small wires. So I think if you're not careful, and you will use a lot of batteries here back and forth, put them in and out, you will at some point damage this connector, and that will be annoying. So that's not very good. So I think the solution will be my little pod here, because first of all, I think it could solve the camera issues. If it fits, I will have to try if the VTX fits. That's the only thing I'm not 100% sure about. It will allow me to flip those little rubber connectors here to these little dampers where the board is mounted on. As you can see, they're not perfectly symmetrical, so the board is lower here, and if I flip them, it will be slightly higher. And I think these connectors here won't be as exposed as they were before. Another tiny thing I don't like is that these are nylon or plastic screws or something with a little nylon nut here, so that could fall off. The tiny nylon screws are pretty weak. They included one replacement screw here in this package, so I'm not sure they trusted them too much either. So what I will do is replace those with some real solid steel screws, put my Canopy on, and then let's see if we have the perfect $100 almost ready to fly quad. Alright, so far it's looking good. So I wrapped the VTX in some electrical tape, and what I did, I removed this little foam piece here that was underneath the VTX previously. So far so good. So I'll put this together and see if it all works out as I hope. Alright, so it worked. It perfectly fits. All I needed were 4 M2x12 screws, so only one thing left. This antenna here will get in the props. So what I'll do, the quad came with 2 red zip ties. I don't really know. I think they were to fix the canopy. I will just use these to fix the antenna here to the little fin. I'll drill a tiny hole in here and zip tie this antenna, and I think it should be pretty much perfect. So here it is. Let me show you this from all angles. I think this looks pretty nice for what it is, a cheap $100 ready to fly quad and a little bit of TPU. So you can actually buy this canopy if you don't have a printer. I allowed a few manufacturers to use my design. Also, the whole connector issue here with them sticking out is solved. And overall, I think this is a super good, high performance, cheap package now, and I'm quite happy with the results. So let me know what you think in the comments, and thanks for watching.